Hare Krishna. Today we are going to study the verse number 40 of the 4th chapter of Bhagwat Gita as it is. And the name of this chapter is Transcendental Knowledge. As the name of the chapter itself is specifying that this chapter is all in all about the transcendental knowledge, which means the knowledge which is beyond all the material speculations and all the material knowledge. Transcendental knowledge means the complete knowledge of the Supreme Lord and all the living creatures and the relationship between them. In the previous verse, we learnt that the person who has faith in the scriptures and does all his prescribed duties according to the injunctions of the scriptures and does not have any fruitive desires for his own sense gratification, and along with it has all his senses in perfect control. Such a person is eligible to understand and gain the transcendental knowledge. Now, in today's verse, Krishna is going to tell us that who is not eligible to gain the transcendental knowledge. This verse is very important, so I request you to watch this video till the end. Now let us first recite verse number 40. Agyascha ashraddhadhanascha sanshay atma vinashyati nayam loko asti na paro na sukham sanshay atmanah. Agyascha ashraddhadhanascha sanshay atma vinashyati nayam loko asti na paro na sukham sanshay atmanah. Agyah, fools who have no knowledge in standard scriptures. Cha and ashraddhadhanah, without faith in the revealed scriptures. Cha also sanshay, doubts. Atma, person. Vinashyati, falls back. Na, never. Ayam, this. Lokah, world. Asti, there is. Na, neither. Parah, next life. Na, not. Sukham, happiness. Samshay, doubtful. Atmanah, of the person. Krishna says, but the ignorant and faithless persons who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next world. So very clearly Krishna has said that who are the people who will attain the transcendental knowledge, which was explained to us in the previous verse. And in this verse, Krishna is going to explain to us who are the people who will never attain the transcendental knowledge. Now let us read Srila Prabhupada's purport and understand this very important verse in a nice way. In the very beginning of the purport of Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada says that out of many standard and authoritative revealed scriptures, the Bhagwat Gita is the best. Srila Prabhupada says that Bhagwat Gita is the best because it is spoken by Krishna himself, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And all the other scriptures like the Vedas, Puranas and Upanishads have appeared from the breathings of Sri Vishnu. Srila Prabhupada says that it is only Bhagavad Gita where all the instructions are given for the human beings, and such clear instructions are not given in any other scriptures, though they are all bona fide. So by this, we must understand the importance of Bhagavad Gita in our life. Srila Prabhupada says that the persons who do not have any faith or knowledge of Bhagavad Gita are no better than animals. Srila Prabhupada says that animal life is only meant for eating, sleeping, producing children, and for protecting their own body. And if the human beings also do only these four things in life and do not make any effort to get the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then such people are called Nar Pashu. In our scriptures it is said, Dharmen heen Pashubhi Samanah, which means that without the knowledge of dharma, a man is as same as an animal. And from where can a man have the knowledge of dharma other than the revealed bona fide scriptures? And to remove all doubts that which scripture should be studied, Krishna has given all the instructions in Bhagavad Gita in the form of his conversation with his dear most friend and devotee Arjun. And Srila Prabhupada says that Bhagavad Gita is the best scripture for all the humans, where it is clearly said that who is God, who is the individual Jeev, that is the individual soul, and what is the relationship between God and the individual soul, and where the individual soul will go after leaving the material body, which means the ultimate destination for every soul. Srila Prabhupada says that now let us try to understand that who are the people who do not study Bhagavad Gita and what is the reason behind it. Prabhupada says that Krishna has said, Agyascha ashraddhadhanascha sanshay atma vinashyati. It means that the people who are agya, ashraddhadhan and sanshay atma, these are the three types of people who never study the scriptures. Now let us understand these three words. Agya means fools who have no knowledge of the scriptures, which means they have no knowledge of the importance of the scriptures. And ashraddhadhan means having no faith in the revealed scriptures. And sanshay atma means doubtful persons who have doubt in the authenticity of the scriptures. These are three kinds of people who can never gain the knowledge of the scriptures. Srila Prabhupada says that amongst these three kinds, the people who are agya can be either really illiterate or some who read and take knowledge from all kinds of material institutions like schools, colleges and universities, but they do not study the scriptures because they have no faith in the scriptures or they have doubt in the words of the scripture. Srila Prabhupada says that there are some people who have faith in Bhagavad Gita and they read Bhagavad Gita, but they have no faith in Krishna because they do not accept Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These people may quote shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita and use the passages of Bhagavad Gita to make their speech powerful and impressive. But they don't accept Krishna to be the Supreme God, which is why these people are unable to gain the ultimate aim of Bhagavad Gita, that is to develop love of Krishna and to become Krishna conscious, which is the sole aim of human life. There is a third kind of people who are always doubtful and make no progress. Progress means to rise from the material life to the spiritual platform. Prabhupada says that out of these three kinds, that is the agya, ashraddhadhan and sanshay atma, agya and ashraddhadhan will not gain the transcendental knowledge, which means agya means the illiterate and those who do not read Bhagavad Gita, and ashraddhadhan means the people, those who do not have any faith. They will never gain the knowledge of transcendental knowledge. Sanshay atma, that is the doubtful, will surely have a downfall. These doubtful people are those who have no faith in God and in the words of God. And for them, there is no happiness in this world nor in the next. For such doubtful people, downfall is absolutely sure. Fall means that in the next life, they will be born in the lower species, that is, as birds, animals, or trees. Srila Prabhupada says that the only difference between the human beings and the animals is of knowledge of scriptures. And if the human beings do not have faith in God and doubt the words of God, then surely such a person will ruin his present life and the next life also. The doubtful people think that the words of the scripture can be or cannot be true. So, in spite of reading scriptures, they remain doubtful, which is the main cause of their downfall. Srila Prabhupada says that human life is got after 84 lakhs of species and is meant only for God realization. And if a person does not have faith in God and His words, then he will not be able to attain the transcendental knowledge given in the scriptures. And without knowledge, there can be no peace in the present life and in life to come. Human life is meant to end the cycle of birth and death, and the process of it is given in the scriptures. But if a person is unfaithful and doubtful, then he will never read the scriptures, and even if he reads the scriptures, he will never believe it. And such a person is sure to have a downfall. Srila Prabhupada says that if we can only understand the feelings of Krishna, that why has he given us all the scriptures and why is he telling us what to do and what not to do, then we will have faith in Krishna and his words. Krishna has given us Bhagwat Gita because he is our permanent father and mother. And when he sees us suffering in this material world, he is deeply pained. Like in the material world, when the children do not study, then the parents become sad because the parents know if the child doesn't study, then he will not be successful in life. So, when so much of importance is given in the material studies, which can give success and money, but not peace, then why are we not serious about understanding the spiritual knowledge? Because the truth is this, that we are not this material body and we are spirit soul. So we should study Bhagavad Gita, but this does not happen without faith. And to develop faith in God, one must surrender to a bona fide guru and follow all the instructions and become purified of all the dirty desires of mind, that is, to enjoy this material world. And by following the footsteps of the great acharyas who are in the disciplic succession, one can gradually raise to the platform of spiritual knowledge and can attain the ultimate goal of human life, that is, to be liberated from the cycle of birth and death and get to the permanent destination, that is, at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Now I am very sure that all of us have clearly understood that the people who have faith and do all their prescribed duties without any desire to enjoy this material world, and along with it, whose senses are in perfect control by engaging them in the service of Shyam Sundar, are sure to get the transcendental knowledge, and they live peacefully in this life and in the next life also. But the opposite of it, which is explained in today's verse, that the people who do not have any faith in God and have doubts in the words of God may have read Bhagavad Gita or may be very materially successful, but they can never be peaceful in their present life and in the next life also. Srila Prabhupada says that many people doubt about the existence of heaven or hell. They say that there is nothing beyond this world, so eat, drink, and be merry. If this was the case, then every person can do whatever they want to, and there would be no fear of bad deeds at all. But this is not true. Everyone has to die, and the next life is sure to happen, and it depends on the actions of the present life, which is why we have been given the manual of life, which can be only understood by the human beings. So, not to have faith and doubt the scriptures and not study the scriptures is absolutely foolish, and no one should do this blunder. Now, I'm absolutely sure that each one of us have properly understood the importance of scriptures and will surely read it with complete faith. Now, in the next verse, Krishna is going to teach us how to remove all kinds of doubts and build strong faith. I bow down to Srila Prabhupada and my Shiksha Guru, His Grace Hari Mohan Prabhuji, for explaining us the most secretive knowledge of Bhagwat Gita in such simple manner. I thank you for listening to Bhagwat Gita so attentively. Now we shall meet the next week. Till then, keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.